In today's video, 3 tips to help you get rid of that subcutaneous fat.
All by myself.
Hey guys, what's going on? This is Paul Ravella from ProPhysique.com. In today's video, we're going to talk about how to get rid of subcutaneous body fat. And if this is the type of information that you guys are interested in, please hit the subscribe button because that's what I love to do. In fact, today's question comes from you. It comes from my Instagram direct message. So what I like to do is take my Instagram DMs and I look through them and I find questions that I feel like addressing. So let me read today's questions and then we can get started with the answer. Hi Paul, you typically talk about fat in general on your YouTube channel. Can you please tell us the best way to get rid of stubborn subcutaneous fat? I can see it like little ripples or small fat pads under my skin. Thank you. So let's talk about the 2 types of body fat. Visceral, which surround our organs, but this is subcutaneous fat. Subcutaneous fat is underneath our skin, and that's what you're talking about. Subcutaneous fat actually has been described as not dangerous. In fact, it might protect us against disease, and it can even improve our shape. You know, when you have a little bit more body fat, there's a little bit of shape on you. Now, I'm someone who was extremely skinny growing up, and lifting weights and putting on some body fat actually gave me a little bit of structure. But if you come from the other direction where you have more body fat than you would like to have, well, you might just want to get rid of some of it. So what are the best 3 tips for getting rid of subcutaneous fat? I think the most direct way to get rid of subcutaneous fat is just to lose more body fat in general by creating a plan where you're going to restrict calories, increase your activity so that you're losing body fat. And to do this, there needs to be a negative energy balance. You cannot lose body fat if you're eating more than you're burning throughout the day. And I don't want to go on a diatribe about that specifically. I have tons of videos on how to create a caloric deficit. I'll probably link one below. I actually have a specific video on that topic. But for today's video, just know that that's how you get it done. Now, if it's annoying and you want to get it off, you just got to keep digging. Body fat comes off in patterns. It comes off in a method that is predetermined by our bodies. And so we can no longer control when we are dropping body fat where it comes. So sometimes it's going to come off from places that we really don't want it to come off from. In fact, when I'm dieting down, because I compete in physique competition, sometimes I'll notice the fat starts coming off my face before my stomach, and I'm like, that's annoying, but it's a necessary evil if you really want to get all the body fat off you. Now, if you just want to push through to where you're happy, well, you can easily do that. You just stop once you reach that point if you're not entering a physique competition or doing a photo shoot or something like this. So what's another way other than just continuing to diet? Because for some people, their weight gets too small. People start to pick on them because their weight has come too far down. The best method in my mind, what's going to change your physique the best, is adding in some resistance training, putting on a little bit of muscle. Now, our muscle fibers are actually already there. When we resistance train, all they do is get a little bit bigger. So if you can make your muscle a little bit bigger, it's going to change the appearance of the fat underneath the skin. Why? Because muscle is underneath the fat, and so it will push up against the skin and give your skin a different appearance. A lot of people will coin this term as toning because you're actually changing the tone or look of the physique as you add in a little bit of muscle. Now, the difficulty here for some people is that when you go to a resistance training program and start eating properly, the scale might actually go up. You see, muscle has weight. But as we age, having muscle is one of the best indicators that we're going to be living a long, healthy lifestyle. Keeping muscle and having lean body mass is one of the best ways to ensure that we have a high quality of life as we age. So don't fear the scale going up as long as you notice that your inches aren't going up, okay? You don't want an expanding waistline, you just want an expanding muscularity, okay? So that's my number 2 tip. My number 3 tip is going to be a little bit different. You see, we talked a little bit about you need to be in a caloric deficit to lose more body fat. We talked about the fact that adding some muscle will help your appearance. But I think the most important thing that we can do is find a community of like-minded people. People that are interested in similar goals as you that you can spend your time with, because that's going to really reinforce, and I think it will encourage you to do more, to do better. Now, a lot of us find this at the gym when we go to work out. There are many outlets that allow us to push ourselves physically to improve, to be better. Whether that be endurance athletes that like to run a marathon, whether you love to do CrossFit, these are all wonderful communities. And I think sometimes we think of these endeavors as something that we have to do ourselves. But I promise you, when you get invested into these adventures, you find your people. You find people that have similar values as you, and it's exciting to be a part of something that is bigger than just you. So that's it. Figure out a way to lose more body fat, figure out a way to put on a little bit of muscle, and find a community that is going to help you and support you. And it might not be close to you, it might be on the internet. But through that, you will eventually find people within your community. All right, hopefully this answers your question, and I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you soon.